with all the points that everyone would dream for.
Yeah.
But I had a financial constraint. I ended up working as a diamond polisher. I worked for 2 years and then I got retrenched. I was working hoping that if I could get someone to pay for my school fees, because job, I was forced to be a babysitter.
Yeah.
It used to hurt me. Like I used to think, did I pass grade 12 to become a babysitter? Or just, I didn't get the loan of university. So I started now with this laundry thing. I would wash people's clothes, I would clean their yards and whatsoever just to get money to survive. Think that whatever it will cost, I will have to go back to university. And then later on, I got a bursary. I walked from Katutura to go to Polytech. Those days of being at school with an empty stomach, or leaving school early just because you know you have to work, and others are staying. They're saying we are studying until 7 o'clock, but you know, I felt at least the other battle is over. I can face now unemployment. It's better than being in school and you don't have funds. Walk alone. I didn't even think of the safety though. I would just walk. I just know I have to wake up early if I have a 7:30 class. If I woke up, like if I start walking like 6 o'clock, by 7:30 I would be in class. To give her a better life, but then she left me when I'm not even on my foot yet.
Hi guys, welcome back to Conversations with Wilka, where it's real, it's raw, it's authentic, and it's absolutely true. I'm so excited about today's episode. You know why? Because this girl's story is amazing. Like, it's breathtaking. Usiamens in Afrikaans is asemrowend, you know? Like, it left me breathless. Like, I met this girl like a few months ago, and I've been sharing her story to a lot of people. Because I think many of us, like I said, we look at somebody and we're like, he's a lawyer, she's the engineer, she's the CA, you know, who's this and that, but we don't know the journey that the person went through. So I'm very excited that you guys also get to learn about her story and get inspired and touched and changed, you know, just to know that you're not in it alone if you're going through it. So yeah, before we continue, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time that I post a video. Journey to 1,000 subscribers. I'm very excited, and thank you so much for tuning in. So let's get straight into the video. Please just introduce yourself to the people.
Hi everyone, I am Maria Robert and I'm an engineer by profession. I'm happy and excited to talk to you today.
When did you realize you wanted to be an engineer?
Actually, it caught me, let me say, out of a surprise. I didn't think of being an engineer as I was growing up. My plan was to become a medical doctor. So it just came in my way. I was left with no option, and then I think that was the only choice I had.
In grade 12?
And no, it didn't happen immediately in grade 12. It happened 3 years after my grade 12.
After grade 12?
Yes.
Okay, so when you passed grade 12, where did you want to go study?
As I said, I always wanted to be a medical doctor. That time, it was even done only in South Africa. So my plan was to do the introduction here, go to South Africa and come back as a medical personnel. So, but then it didn't work out that way, and I found myself in the engineering field.
When you finished grade 12, what exactly happened then?
I passed with all the points that everyone would dream for.
Yeah. But
I had a financial constraint, and then someone called me from the north. They said, come stay in Windhoek. I will help you to apply. I will help you to get into university. So I was so excited. But when I got here, it didn't happen rather, so I ended up working as a diamond polisher. So I didn't go to school.
So you came to Windhoek, but you didn't go to school?
Yes.
But you passed with flying colors?
Yes.
Like, okay, so when you realized that you couldn't go to school because you didn't have the money to go to school, what did you start doing?
I started working, as I said, as a diamond polisher. I worked for 2 years, and then I got retrenched, and then I was sitting at home. That's when I get now the courage I should do something for my life.
Yeah.
I started to now applying for the local universities, and that's how I came to choose engineering.
Okay, in the 2 years, were you working so you can save up to go to university, or you just gave up on your dream of ever going to study?
I was working hoping that if I could get someone to pay for my school fees, because I knew there was no way, although there were people that I look up that they can help me, it just didn't work. So I was working. I knew the money I was getting was not going to be enough, but at least I was working to get that basic, the start, with the hope of getting a loan, a bursary there or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was saving up the money.
Okay, so when you saw other people going to university, how did it make you feel? You know, everybody, you passed with flying colors. People are going to university and you are here at home. You couldn't go. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, that was the toughest moment I had. I felt so down. I felt so... There was even a time I would complain to myself and even to God sometimes, like, why even people that have low points than I have are in university, but I'm here sitting at home. I felt bad. There was even a time I have to cut off from the other ones that went to universities. I didn't want to have anything up with them, because all they will tell you, our university this, our university that, and all you can tell is how you sit at home or your work, which is not even in line with your dreams.
Yeah. And then after the 2 years when you were working for the diamond polishing company and you got retrenched, how did you decide not to go back to school? You started applying to other universities?
Actually, what pushed me, after I lost now the job, I was forced to be a babysitter.
Yeah.
So I was babysitting, and it used to like hurt me. Like I used to think, did I pass grade 12 to become a babysitter? Or you say you sit at home and be here cleaning and doing whatever I'm doing? It's not like it's a bad job or something, but
Yeah.
I just felt I deserve something better. So the money that I got, I started now making copies and applying for different universities. So I put in Polytech and then UNAM now for the medical doctor course.
Yeah.
And then I got admitted in both, but then I had questions. If I go to UNAM now to do this medicine course, how will I survive?
Yeah.
If I struggled already for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So I went for engineering because Polytech was nearby a house, and yeah, it's, you understand, you stay home and not going to other countries.
Yeah. And then when you got into, so the 3rd year, you were busy applying. But you're just sitting at home being a babysitter.
Yes.
Okay. And then after the 3rd year, you went to Polytech.
Yeah.
So when you went to university in your 3rd year, who funded for your studies?
Okay, when I went to university, I went knowing I didn't have money, and I didn't even have that assurance that there will be someone paying for me, except for the government loan that I applied.
Yeah.
But then it was hard. I didn't get the loan because my father's details were pending. So my father, when I grew up, he was far from us. I didn't even know him. All I know was his name. So it was, when I applied now for the government loan, so because they needed the particulars for the other parent, it was a bit difficult. I didn't go through because I had information that were pending. And then on the other side, my mother that could give me the details and whatsoever passed on that early January that year that I had to go to university.
Okay.
So when the names of the successful candidates came out, I was not part of them, so I had to drop out of university.
In your 1st year?
In my 1st year. I
And
only
then-
did the 1st semester.
Only 1st semester? And that year your mom also passed on?
Yeah.
And then you went back home to do what?
I went home. I was staying with an aunt, and then later on I moved out, and then I was now staying with the friends, and then I just realized it won't help. I'm sitting there. I'm not going to school anymore. I don't have a job or anything. I went back to my old job, being a babysitter, and then also I started now this laundry thing. I would wash people's clothes, I would clean their yards and whatsoever, just to get money to survive. And I had that thing that whatever it will cost, I will have to go back to university.
Yeah.
So I pushed like that. I got the money that I used to get from people, because the people that I was staying with, they didn't want me to contribute for food or even rent. So the money that I got, I saved up, paid the debt that I owed the university. And then a family friend also came in, and then he helped me, and then he helped me throughout now my first year. And then I finished now the first year.
The first year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you continued to second year?
But when I continued to second year, it was the same struggle. But then in the middle of the second year, the other friend continued to pay, and then later on I got a bursary now. So I continued to fund for my studies until I finished.
Oh, until you finished.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like everything you went through contributed how you celebrated your graduation? Did you celebrate your graduation?
I did a bit, but I didn't even enjoy it that much, because now when the graduation came out, I had another challenge. I didn't have a job. So I think my life, I was just surrounded by people that have never had money when I needed the most.
Yes.
So I didn't have anyone to like make that big party for me, but at least my family pulled something in, a little party with my friends. I didn't celebrate that much.
Yeah.
But when I got the certificate or the qualification,
Yeah.
I felt like all the years, especially my first years, when I had to walk from Katutura to go to Polytech, those days of being at school with an empty stomach, or leaving school early just because you know you have to work, and others are saying we are studying until 7 o'clock, but you know you can't stay. I felt like, wow, I made it.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't have a job, although everyone was kind of working, it was just me or maybe two of us that were not working, I felt at least the other battle is over. I can face now unemployment. It's better than being in school and you don't have funds.
You don't have funds and working from Katutura and all that. But how did you push yourself to work from Katutura every day, to come to school, and then having to face the fact that some people have this easy in life?
I don't know. I don't know how I made it, but I know. Okay, I think just that desire of being somewhere in life, because by then all the people that I finished like high school with, some of them were already working, some are already having, you know, when you see people living a better life and you are here stuck or struggling, it motivates you, it push you to push like to bring out something out of yourself. So I was like, I know I'm walking this distance, I have to food, others are having taxi money or transport money, or their parents are bringing them to school, but I know in the end we all get one qualification, and that's what we face the world with. It's not the journey that you go through, but what you got out of your suffering or whatever your life is, what you face life with.
Did you ever feel jealous?
The jealousy I had was like, no, not exactly a jealousy, but the pain though. I would say the pain though, because imagine some people have it all, and you even see people that have everything that you wish to have, they are still complaining. So I look at myself like, why can't I be like her or him? At least just to have someone that has my back and give me what I need.
But it's not like you were hating them. It's just like you wanted what they had, but you couldn't have it.
No, I thank God I don't have that attitude of envying people,
Yeah.
in a bad way. I will admire you. I would want to be like you, but I will never do it in a bad way.
Yes, with bad intentions.
And plus, if I don't have, and I know you have, sometimes I would ask just to help me, especially with the lunch study at school.
Yeah.
There's a person that can afford both a hot dog and good drink and still have enough money for transport.
Yeah.
But you're already struggling with transport, so lunch money forget.
Yes.
So lucky enough, the class that I was in also had these humble people, I would say. Even though they are from rich backgrounds, they not the type of people that would show off. They will go, whoever is having money will go and buy fat cakes for everyone, and then we just eat together.
Yeah.
That's why it was good.
Now, how unsafe was it working from Katutura every day to? Did you have a group of people that you work with, or you worked alone?
I know I would work alone. I didn't even think of the safety though. I would just walk. I just know I have to wake up early if I have a 7:30 class. If I woke up, if I start working like 6 o'clock, by 7:30 I would be in class.
And you're not tired?
No, the first days you would be tired, but later on you get used to it. And sometimes you get like taxi drivers, they'll just see you walking and they say, I saw you walking that side of Van Eyde and you are still walking here. Where are you going? Let me drop you.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that.
Okay. And during that time when you didn't have funds, your mom passed on, all these things, what kept you pushing through it? Because I know it's difficult to lose a parent. I don't know how it feels like, but I know it wasn't the easiest journey for you.
It wasn't easy at all.
And when you questioned God, how did you get the courage to get up again? Did you cry and heal, and then you got up and say, okay, I need to face this life now that I'm on my own?
I think my mother's death was both a motivation and a discouragement for me.
Yeah.
I felt like now that I don't have a mother anymore and there is no one to support me, how will I survive in those days? And then on the other side, I felt if I had to work, I was doing this just for her to be in the better position. Like I wanted to pay back, or to make her feel more of a person. Like, because I would somehow say she was the disadvantaged child among the siblings. So I wanted to give her a better life, but then she left me when I'm not even on my foot yet. So the pain and the depression, I think, it pushed me like, okay, I'm here on my own. I feel like an abandoned child, but I should push. I have to show to the world who I am. I have to show them, at least inside of me, there's something. I can be a better person. So yeah, I would say I went through depression and everything like that, but I would even question God. Did you bring me in this world just for me to suffer like this? Why is that there's no one to help me, or even you yourself to do it for me? So with that, there I met a lot of Christians here and there. I started going to church. When you go to church, you come back with that message, God loves you, wait for the right time and whatsoever. So I bet that one kept me going.
And then after you graduated, you thought, okay, I'm done, the suffering is almost over, and then you came to sit without a job for how many years?
That's the excitement I had, just to face the reality of unemployment. So I stayed again for other 3 years, I think.
Without a job?
2.5 without a job. So I went to sitting at home, making copies, applying here and there was nothing until I find myself teaching school, because there was nothing. And then I thought, this is tough, this is something else. Imagine you're a graduate, you don't have a job, and other people are working, they are having whatever you would want to have, others are already driving. And then I was also here sitting at home with a child. So it was kind of another depression. It was not an easy one at all.
Yeah. Every day waking up without a job and having to motivate yourself. Do you sometimes just sleep in like, oh, I don't feel ready for the day, so I'm not gonna do anything, and you just
a lot of times you will feel like that.
Yeah, and you just sleep in.
And then you'll be like, even the people that I would do better in class than them are having a job. Why me? And then to a point where I even have to cut myself off from other people, because I feel somehow people will call you and ask you, what are you doing now? So I felt so irritated by that question. So what I did was to switch off my phone, get off social medias. I just don't go there at all. So I just sit in my wall, wake up, go drop my CVs here and there, but I'm off social networks. And then my phone, I don't, like other people, I have to block them, just waiting for the call to say, come start working.
Yeah. And then when did the journey end to your unemployment?
Last year, early March, I got okay, I've been doing teaching school, so it was bringing bread. And then last year, around March, I got a call from a friend of a cousin or something like that. He just called me and asked, where are you? No, I'm in Okanja or doing what? No, I'm just sitting at home. Don't you want to work? And then I said, I want. Okay, come start. So this guy, I didn't even give him my CVs or anything. I came to submit everything when I started working. So I started working, and then I worked with him for a few months. And then something happened, you know, office politics, things like that. And then I was fired again. I was like, okay, so this job just came in for a few months and then go. Oh, why did it come and go just like that?
Yeah. So, and you'd already resigned from your teaching?
Yeah. So I was left at home again for 2 months without a job. And then the same guy again called me back, started working with him. And then God is so great that I got, in the middle of everything, I got a job with a better position where I would actually call myself an engineer. I'm ready to face the world as an engineer. Got a better position, a nice job, everything that I had dreamed of.
Yeah. Do you feel like your situation humbled you?
Exactly. It taught me a lot. It brought me to a stage where I will look at people, even like people that are suffering. I will look at them and say, I was once in their shoes. I understand what they are going through.
Yeah.
Or even these people that are going on about unemployment and whatsoever. I feel for them because I have went through it.
Yeah.
And it has taught me that with the little that I have, I should look out to other people that are unemployed, because it's not easy being there. It's not easy being at home without a job. A lot of people will blame you. How come you see the neighbor's kid? You see who other people went to school with you and you are sitting at home. Why don't you go look for a job?
Yeah.
But it's not like the fact that people are not looking for the job. They are, but they are not getting.
Yeah. What advice do you give somebody that's applying for a job but is not getting a job? Like,
to anyone out there looking for a job and you can't find, or you are a graduate or you have whatever certificate or qualification that you have, do not give up. Your time will come. Push every day. Do what you can do for now, even if it's not in the line of what you want to become or what you want to do. At least it will bring bread on your table. But do not give up on what you want. Push. One day you wake up and say, how did I reach here?
Yeah. And for those that are, you know, going to university, no food, working, you know, from Katutura. Nobody knows that they are hungry, you know. You didn't go around telling people, guys, me, I didn't eat today,
No.
you know.
You can't even tell them.
Exactly, the teacher.
The ones that are going through the university struggles, don't feel you are alone. A lot of people, a lot of us has gone through the same process, but what kept us going is the fact that we know what we want. You must hold on, do what you have to do. If you have to do laundry like the way I used to do it, or you have to clean people's yard, you have to do it just for you to get transport money. What matters is what you are going to get out of that university, your qualification, and where you will be in future.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm so humbled to have you. Like, I'm honored to have you on the show. Like, I feel like you have a story to tell, and not only to the students out there, but to people that have funds, you know. You have money, you don't have everything, but you have something. So, and in university, there are people walking literally from Katutura, from wherever, even Windhoek West, Pioneer, wherever, people are walking, and in class you can be that difference, you know. You can give somebody and say, oh, let me buy the fat cakes today, you know, let me buy the kavoshikis, you know, those fat cakes are like $1. So you can, so if you have enough for everybody, like, you know what I would do mostly, because I was in the hostel, I'll give my meal cards to the people who stay home to go eat, because sometimes they don't have food to last until end of the month.
It makes a difference.
And it makes a huge difference, because I also didn't like the hostel food. Or other times my brother or other people in the hostel booked for food and they don't want to go eat. So then we'll just rotate the cards in between. So you can make a difference like that. And also for the business people, like, you literally passed grade 12 with flying colors, but you didn't have funds. Like,
there are people out there that can support. At
yes.
least my prayer was like, when I was young, I would just, why don't I meet someone and then just adopt me?
Yes.
Just to take me into a family that have money, that can afford my dreams,
Yeah.
just to help me get there. So there are a lot of people with enough money out there. Some people, they have let me not say rich, but they have the capability, and they know their kids maybe didn't make it to universities. So with that depression or the pain, they just put it and then be like, I'm not helping anyone anymore because my kids are not progressing.
Yeah.
So my advice or request is for these people that have something, to help other people's kids.
Yeah.
Not only your own, but help others, because out there are people that want to make a difference in our community.
Yeah.
But because there is no support, there is no funds for them, or there is no one just to motivate them. Sometimes it's not the money that a person needs, it's just a good word.
Yeah.
And don't worry, you'll make it.
Yes.
Yeah, that person will go to bed feeling that at least there's someone that cares about me.
Yeah.
Let me not give up on my dream.
Yeah.
So we should look out to others. We must outsource, let me say like that, help those that are in need.
Yeah. Not only financially, but even through mentorship. Because now you can go
or
to...
even spiritual.
Exactly. You can go to university and encourage somebody until I was there, you know. Because I think when people are there, they feel like I'm the only person going through it. But if you go, then you're like, I was there, but now I'm an engineer. You will make it. The person will be like, I'm not the only one, you know. Maria made it, so I can also make it. So yeah, it's a great call for everybody, that go and mentor somebody. You don't have to help them financially if you don't have the finances. If you have the finances, help out. If you're in university and you can buy 2 hot dogs, buy for somebody out there, you know. Just be sensitive to people's needs, you know. And we know that you have needs as well. And I feel like when we start loving each other as a community, that will really build up the community and prosper. And yes, and we'll do better. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
I'm humbled to be here.
Yeah, and I hope that this will just be like the first platform that you will use to share your story to the world and to the country, you know.
Yeah, I'm yet to go out there. I have something in the making yet.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. We'll look out for that.
Okay.
Yes, and we'll keep having you on the show.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I hope out of my story, someone will learn something or get motivated. Yeah, because there are people that are going through tough times out there, and the thing is, when you are in a problem, you just feel it's only you.
Yeah.
You feel like the whole world is on top of you, but just know that someone went through the same thing. You're not the only one. They might not be going through what you are going through, but they are also having their own battles.
Yeah.
So be patient.
Amen. Thank you.
Okay.
So, yes, guys, we're done with today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. So, see you guys on the flip side. Bye.